I just tried a moment ago.
Let's see. It just says waiting. It just says waiting.
Oh, excellent. I love echoes of echoes of echoes of echoes of echoes of echoes of echoes. They're my favorite. If you really read through all this kind of stuff, it's real neato overall. It's pretty cool. And lots of story, lots of cool stuff.
Boss, you need to make contact with the undercover agent posing as a soldier at the base. He'll pass you a cassette tape containing classified information. Start by taking a look at the agent's VI on your iDroid. Once you've spotted him among the Marines, make contact and get that cassette tape.
Isn't that beautiful? A nice little,
he's not one of us, so don't let your guard down around him.
blend into the action.
One other thing, boss. I've been told you can also use the watchtower on the west side of the base to contact the target. Just climb up there and turn the searchlight on. Once he sees that, he'll come to you. Once you've identified him, approach him and grab him. That's the contact sign. When
You know what this reminds me of? Dead Rising. The first one. You know what I mean?
This job.
The helicopter ride into the mission.
Is the Joint Chiefs of Staff. After all, the chairman has a lot of faith in you after Peace Walker. In other words, the agent you'll be contacting has been ordered by the nation's highest-ranking military officers to spy on a military base. Everybody wants themselves a place where they can interrogate POWs as they please without being held to the Geneva Convention. A black site. Vietnam is dragging on. The tide has turned against the U.S. and military is exhausted. The CIA is in the same boat, only they've taken advantage of the situation by trying to build this convenient little safe house on the Cuban coast. But a plan of this insanity would never get rubber stamped by the JCS. An official proposal has been submitted, but it only makes mention of expanding the refugee camps. Something is going on in Cuba's little America, far away from the eyes of Washington. And the truth behind it all should be on that cassette tape. Opening front gate. Identifying the target.
This is a fucking horrendous parking job.
Just make sure you wait until there aren't any other soldiers around. Get down. Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Oh, I saw another one. This guy's blind as a bat. Well. There we go.
Take a look at the target's face on your iDroid so you'll know him when you see him. Open the menu tab, then select Mission Info.
There's so many like things and Easter eggs and all that kind of stuff. You know, a lot of people said that this was more of a like $20 experience or even a $15 experience, and they were upset that it was, you know, I think it was like $40 or something like that. They were upset at the price, but I really think that this prologue, essentially, to Metal Gear Solid V I had to correct myself there. I really think that this prologue is very, like, packed full of material. I really think that it's pretty good overall. I like it.
Speak.
So you want this tape?
The agent's tape found its way into his hands? What was he doing with that tape? That takes care of the tape. In any case, come on home, boss. We'll have the client verify it.
Speak. You're too late. You can't stop the plan. We're free of any one government. Speak. You're too late. You can't stop the plan.
There's a... I thought there was an armored vehicle out there, but... So I've cleared the way that I came in. You know, I've climbed in here and I've kicked the ladder, but... Can I go back out? Yes, I can. Okay. You know what? I don't want to go out that way. Not yet. Because I still have to penetrate outer heaven. Outer heaven, Shadow Moses. On the Fox Archipelago. What kind of signal is that? Was he expecting me during the day? Come on, boys. Gotta move.
That takes care of the tape. Time to get out of there.
There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
The surveillance camera. That was close.
Still at 10. We'll investigate ASAP. Out.
The hell you will.
Lieutenant, stand out. Give me a sit rep.
You're gotta be fucking kidding me.
Come in. We have a situation. All units on alert.
Whatever. I'll fall asleep one of these days. You've got to be kidding me.
CP, this is Zulu 6. Zulu 6, what's wrong? Come in, Zulu 6.
I see you.
We have a situation. All units on alert. All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
Oh, no, it's not that. Okay. The one's more useful than the other. That's for sure.
This is Delta 2. Still no hostiles around here. We're standing down. Over. This is CP. Understood. Stand down. Stand down. Return to your post.
I have an abundant amount of time. This is already done so quick.
Lie down. Speak.
So, well, okay.
Spit it out. Stop. The other soldiers will suspect something's up. Speak. Stop.
What are you aiming for here, bud? This guy's blind as a bat. This guy's a zillion miles away. I don't know what exactly you want from me. But I will absolutely take you somewhere just to trigger this cutscene real quick.
Spit it out.
Because I forgot whether or not there's any intel operatives in this mission. And so I have to go down to where Chico is normally being held.
Speak. Stop.
Dude, what do you want of me?
All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down.
Whatever, you're coming with me.
Check it out.
You know what? It'd be helpful if I get this non-lethal ammo over here first. So, we've got no reflex, wait a second, isn't it one of the things to exfil with this guy? I don't know. Holy shit. He must be coming around the bend. What do we got for security out here? Dude, do we have anybody? Got this guy. And he's having a barrel of laughs. Here we go. We do have someone. Look at him. We got a barrel of monkeys. Oh, we have so many. Okay. So if we have this whole barrel of monkeys to deal with, then there's a few things that we need to take care of. First off, everybody who's unique is coming with me. Everyone. I'm not going to gather every single man, woman, and child as a space, but okay. So, that's not part of our deal here.
Speak. Stop.
I seriously don't know what you want from me.
Spit it out. Stop.
Dude, do we have a full, like, line from the primary base to here, like, is it completely clear of all obstacles? The information that you people give are fucking awful, dude. The intel is dog shit. Seriously, am I clear? I think I might be clear, dude. This goes down. Camera's down. Okay, over there's down. There's people around here that are getting down with the sickness. Dude, I could take both of these jokers out in the Jeep. Come here, bud. Come on. Let's go. I forgot that putting other soldiers in the car makes you harder to see, so it is actually beneficial to me to drive on out of here. Beep, 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 beep. And that did not work at all. How did we not find this guy? Where did he come from? Now, there's never any prisoners in the East refugee camp outside of the Ground Zeroes mission, is there? Dude, they're gonna be sick. That's so much people. Calm down, I'm coming.
A prisoner. You gonna help him?
Okay, so, some events. Since you, dear viewer, are one of my only remaining friends in this world, and that's really sad, and I don't want to think about it. You get to be the person that I talk to about my life. Isn't that cool? Do you like being that person? So yesterday, I was asked by, well, on Saturday, I was asked by my grandfather to drive him back and forth from the hospital. He had to get some sort of arterial something or the other, arterial pulmonary.
We have what the client wanted. Now you just need to get out of there. Doesn't matter to me how you do it. Call in the...
They're dead? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, I saw another human on this planet. I saw him take the Jeep all the way down to the helicopter drop-off point. I swear to you, I witnessed this occurring with video evidence. But, okay. I'll take a 300-point hit. No, I wish I knew where the contact was. I really do. But whatever. We have to get these guys out. So on Saturday, my grandpa asked me, "Hey, can you drive me back and forth in the hospital? I'm having some arterial pulmonary something or the other." What they're doing is, so he has a flutter in his heart, and so they cut a hole somewhere in his crotch and shove a catheter up an artery all the way to his heart, and then with a little machine they go ahead and they burn a part of his heart, and that forms a scab that makes that flutter permanently disappear because electricity can't go the right direction. And then they go ahead and pull the catheter robot machine back out, and preferably like a ripcord, like you're starting a lawnmower, you know? No, just kidding. They probably are very careful. Anyhow. So, I of course agreed to drive him down here. I am living on my grandfather's property, so, you know, refusing to do stuff like that is kind of rude. Plus, I really have no reason to refuse to do that anyway. What am I going to do? Continue to work on my cabin? Oh, hooray. You know, I'm Banner making big sacrifices, you know. Anyways.
What the hell are you?
Please select a landing zone.
Rescue me.
Roger that chopper request. It's headed your way now.
I owe you my life.
Pardon me, gentlemen. I'm hoping that our good friend is somewhere around here. I'm hoping our soldier, our contact, is actually here. It's just that he's deciding not to load. I'm hoping that the draw distance is the key issue here.
This is Morpho, arriving shortly at LZ.
I'm hoping that everybody's here. But
This is Morpho, on station at LZ.
a real big exploration of this whole space.
Okay, your target is in.
So,
Leave the rest to us.
on Monday, I went ahead and took him to the hospital. Well, actually, he drove. So he took me and him to the hospital.
Target on board.
So is the contact going to pop in at all? No. Maybe because I retried, the contact reset his position? I don't know. I'm not the expert, I just work here. So, let's take a look around. See if the contact is...
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Oh, here. Oh, there. A little around here. My favorite game in the world. Where did the contact go? If the contact is not here, he is not in any danger. So I'm not rescuing him. He won't die if I'm going to leave him here on base. That's not the contact. Yeah, boys. Okay. Well, the contact should be highlighted. So, do you think he's up there in that tower over there? I don't think he is. I think that's one of the guys that I highlighted on my way in.
The map has been updated.
Yeah, boys. It's not the contact either. Nothing is... Oh, I tried. What do you think? Best way to end the mission? Is it dance number? Oh, there's the contact.
Hey, you.
Are you finally gonna say your thing?
Spit it out.
Stop.
Okay. So, I'm going to try to end this in the best way that I can. Whoa, you've got a friend? What kind of shit is that? And they're all facing that direction. They formed a roadblock with their bodies. Hell yes. Dude, that's so sick. Alright, head out the front
Continue
door.
out of the mission area to complete the mission.
That's sick.
Retrieval complete. Outstanding job, boss. We'll get on that analysis right away.
Rank A. What an insult. Boss, we finished analyzing the tape we got you from that soldier. It contains everything about a black site plan. This is the information the client asked for. No surprising that proposal submitted to the Pentagon was a pack of lies. The refugee camps they propose to expand would actually be converted into interrogation facilities run by a small army of pros in every form of torture there is. They've even purchased a fleet of transports. The facility's inmates couldn't be limited to just prisoners, but anyone they considered a threat, rendition from around the world under the designation of enemy combatants. This plan goes beyond the current paradigm of nation states, but is for something like this really the world without borders that Cypher wanted. Fastest marking, a hard difficulty. The fuck? You don't unlock anything else with this mission? Fastest marking and hard difficulty? C'est la vie, I guess. So, trial records. Fastest marking. Wow, what a fucking pain in the dick. Fastest marking. Here we go. So, so yesterday on Monday, I go ahead and my grandpa drives me down to the hospital with him, and you know they have him take everything off, and then put him in this little backless nightgown and whatnot, and he goes in there, hour and a half surgery, and then he's out. I've had to wake up real early to go down there with him, But besides that, everything is hunky-dory.
Make contact with the
And
agent
really,
posing as a
there's
Marine. Check his appearance on your iDroid. Thing is, he's
nothing
not
at
one
all
of us.
that's gone
So don't
wrong.
let your guard
Everything's
down
gone
around him.
swimmingly up until this point.
One other thing, boss. I've been told you can also use the watchtower on the west side of the base to contact the target. Just climb up there and turn the searchlight on. Once he sees that, he'll come to you. Once you've
I
identified
took a
him,
nap in
approach
the
him and
healing
grab him.
garden.
That's the contact sign. When you get
Sounds
out of that truck,
and
it's up
looks
to
like a
you.
save point in
Just
a
be
video
sure to
game.
take a good look around first. This job, it came through a cutout. I have a feeling the client is the Joint Chiefs of Staff. After all, the
I
chairman
go
has a lot of
upstairs.
faith in
He's
you
already
after
out of
Peace Walker.
the
In other words,
thingamajig.
the agent you'll be contacting has been ordered by the
He's
nation's
already done
highest-ranking
with the
military
surgery.
officers to spy on a military base. Not your everyday story. There's more to it than that. That base doesn't follow American, Cuban, or any other law. Somebody wants themselves a place where they can interrogate POWs as they please without being held to the Geneva Convention. A black site. Vietnam is dragging on. The tide has turned against the U.S. and military is exhausted. The CIA
And
is in the same
so I
boat,
just
only they've
sit
taken
there and let him
advantage of the
sleep.
situation by trying
And
to build this convenient little safe house on the Cuban coast.
eventually,
The plan of this insanity would never get rubber
he
stamped
wakes
by the
up.
JCS.
He begins
An
the
official
process
proposal
of
has been
asking you
submitted.
the exact same
It only
questions
makes
over and
mention
over
of
again
expanding the
because they
refugee
don't
camps.
knock you all the
Something's
way
going
out
on
for the
in Cuba's
procedure.
little America, far away from the eyes
They
of Washington. And the truth behind it all should be on that cassette tape.
they make you real groggy and they put that anesthesia in you that makes you stop forming new memories. So all of that is said and done.
After identifying the target, approach him and grab him. That's the contact sign. Just make sure you wait until there aren't any other soldiers around.
Hands up. Lie down. Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Take a look at the target's face on your iDroid so you'll know him when you see him. Open the menu tab, then select Mission Info.
Hands up. Get down. Spit it out. So you want this tape?
The agent's tape found its way into his hands? What was he doing with that tape? That takes care of the tape. In any case, come on home, boss. We'll have the client verify it.
Shit. Dude, that sucks. So since he's still out of it after the
We have what the
surgery,
client wanted. Now you just need to get out of there. Doesn't matter to me how you do it. Call in the chopper, sneak out in the back of a truck. Hell, steal a car and smash right through one of the exits if you feel like it.
All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security cam. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
what's the mission keep removing
This is Delta 2. We'll investigate immediately. Out.
these two agents, man? It's starting to piss me off.
Spit it out. Hands up.
Who are you? There's our bald man. Everything's gonna go one at a time. We are stuck in linear time for some reason. So
Whoever's closest, go check it out. CP, this is Zulu 6. Investigating now. Out.
you know how a normal human would go about infiltrating a base?
Give me a sit rep.
They would do it in the way
Copy.
that, like,
We have
the
a
agent
situation.
did.
All units on alert.
So they would dress up like they would dress up like one of these soldiers, and they might even get a job as one of these soldiers. They might become one of these soldiers, you know what I mean? And that's the way that they would do it. You know what way that they wouldn't do it? They would not do it by getting into a sneaking suit.
This is Zulu 2. Spotted a suspicious individual. Going to check it out. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your guard up. Out.
He's checking it out, alright. Checking his list and checking it twice. Look at him. Ooh.
CP, this is
Good
Delta
with
4.
the
Still
flip.
no sign of the enemy. Standing down. Over. This is CP. Understood. All fire teams, return to your posts. Out.
I meant to kick this guy awake, but okay.
Spit it out.
The kick button is the kick button.
Lie down.
Yeah. Yeah. Help, I'll do it. Can I... The button to put him in the car. The button to put him on the ground. To put him on the ground is the same button to put him in our hearts. Speaking of, okay, so, either way, moral of the story, I guess. Everything goes swimmingly. No real problems. And then by the time that it's 5 o'clock, you know, we all go home. Everybody goes home. Everybody has fun. And he's walking and talking and everything, and I go ahead and I drive home. He's not supposed to drive for about 2 days. But one problem, shortly after his surgery was over and he was awake and they were feeding him ice cubes and like, the nurse told him not to move his leg. His right leg in particular. And he moved his right leg, and I was going to yell at him. I was going to yell at my grandfather to not move his right leg. Sometimes hurting his feelings is much less bad than hurting his body, right? So I was going to tell him, like, hey, like, nurse said not to move your leg, so cut it out. But I decided, well, maybe it's not that big of a deal. Maybe it's like, it's just a precaution or something. I don't know. Towards his crotch, like he's gonna sit crisscross applesauce just with one leg. And then he eventually straightens it. The nurse comes in the room. Next time she comes into the room, she checks, and he's bleeding. And she has another nurse come in, and they kicked me out of the room the first time. They didn't kick me out of the room for the sake of my grandfather's modesty. No. He just sat there and stripped in front of me because he went to Vietnam, you know. So apparently he doesn't give a shit. I did, you know, as soon as my grandfather begins to take off clothes, I begin to see something very interesting on my phone. As you do. All things on Earth are more interesting inside the phone than your nude grandparents. Much likely, right? So, but no, they kicked me out of the room in order to roll him over, change his bloody sheets, do all this nonsense. Like, it's an event. So it's like, okay, you know. They get the bleeding to stop. And they tell him not to do that again. You know, cut it out, be more careful. And these sorts of words are exchanged. And man, I'm gonna lose my mind. Here we go. Is there any non-lethals in here? Oh my god, there is. I'm so glad I checked. Gentlemen, are you excited? Because I am. This guy? Agent? Old guy? Anybody? Fine, I will be excited enough for all of us. Okay, okay. So. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. You little bugger. Trying to hide from me. Oh, you too. Oh. You're making so much progress. In such a short period of time, too. Man. There we go. Tell me the last two are over yonder. And at least like one of them is over yonder, right? Oh my goodness. The guy in the vehicle.
What the?
Do you remember how last round there was a guy that was just constantly floating around with the vehicle the whole time? That has to be the missing guy. That has to be the missing link. We have to look for a moving vehicle. Do you think the guy ever parks? That's a rough shot. What the hell? Oh my god, this is the last one. Dude, I'll take it. I don't mind. Wow, in ground zeros you heal while sprinting. In Phantom Pain you don't. Bye. Are you fucking kidding me? Because you not see me on the way out. That was fucking sick.
Job, boss. We'll get on that analysis right away.
Dude, I did so good the first time. Okay, so fastest neutralization? That's gonna suck. Okay, whatever. It was hard enough to find them all, you know? Oh well, I'll just be methodical, I'll go through, we'll do all that. It'll be fine. So anyways, you know, so A moves his right leg fucking slightly and, you know, bleeds to the point where they had to like kick me out of the room and fix the bleeding and all this other kind of nonsense. They have to do all this crap, and then once all of the drama is over, everything is said and done, you know, we go home, it's all normal. But now I'm scared. You know, I'm scared. You know, my grandfather, my benefactor, the man who is allowing me to live on his property out of the goodness of his heart, this man could at any point in time fucking slightly move his right leg and then bleed out. So he's been told by these people, the hospital people, these medical professionals, he's been told by them that that to not drive. That's thing one, right? Don't drive for 48 hours. Don't lift more than 10 pounds
Make contact with the agent posing as
for
a marine. Check his appearance on your iDroid.
a week.
Thing is, he's not one of us, so don't let your guard down around him. One other thing, boss. I've been told you can also use the watchtower on the west side of the base to contact the target. Just climb up there and turn the search light on. Once he sees that, he'll come to you. Once you've identified him, approach him and grab him. That's the contact sign. When you get out of that truck is up to you. Just be sure to take a good look around first. This job, it came through a cutout, but I have a feeling the client is the Joint Chiefs of Staff. After all, the chairman has a lot of faith in you after Peace Walker. In other words, the agent you'll be contacting has been ordered by the nation's highest-ranking military officers to spy on a military base. Not your everyday story, but there's more to it than that. That base doesn't follow American, Cuban, or any other law. Somebody wants themselves a place where they can interrogate POWs as they please without being held to the Geneva Convention. A black site. Vietnam is dragging on. The tide has turned against the U.S. and military is exhausted. The CIA's in the same boat, only they've taken advantage of the situation by trying to build this convenient little safe house on the Cuban coast. But a plan of this insanity would never get rubber stamped by the JCS. An official proposal has been submitted, but it only makes mention of expanding the refugee camps. Something is going on in Cuba's little America, far away from the eyes of Washington. And the truth behind it all should be on that cassette tape.
Good. Level 15.
After identifying the target, approach him and grab him. That's the contact sign. Just make sure you wait until there aren't any other soldiers around.
That's fucking dumb. That sucks.
Hands up. Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
All fire teams, this is CP. We've lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
Spit it out.
Zulu 4, this is CP. Give me a sit rep.
Wow, Zulu 4 is already set to do it.
Take a look at the target's face on your iDroid so you'll know.
Get down. Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Lie down. Speak.
Someone discovered our boy upstairs, one of them at least.
The agent's tape found its way into his hands? What was he doing with that tape? That takes care of the tape. In any case, come on home, boss. We'll have the client
So
verify
who
it.
we got checking up on one of our boys?
CP, this is Zulu 10. Threat in the area. We're tightening security. Over. This is CP. Understood. Don't let your guard down. Out.
Get down. Spit it out.
CP, this is Delta 1. Still no hostiles around here. We're standing down. Over.
No hostiles, it's been fucking 49 seconds.
Stand down. Stand down. Return to your
The
post.
US.
Out.
don't see our boy yet.
That takes care of the tape. Time to get out of there.
There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
The surveillance camera. That was close.
This is Delta 2. We'll investigate immediately. Out.
Are you fucking kidding me? Whatever that works.
Spit it out.
Okay.
The map has been updated.
Alright. Okay.
Speak.
You know what? One of these jokers is probably out here.
Has been updated.
Dude, that sucked. I saw that guy way too late. Okay. Got marked. There's no surprises. Then we have to eliminate these people, neutralize them.
Get down.
We've got to stop that vehicle.
Spit it out.
The map has been updated.
Hands up.
We have what the client wanted. Now you just need to get out of there. Doesn't matter to me how you do it. Call in the chopper, sneak out in the back of a truck. Hell, steal a car and smash right through one of the exits if you feel like it.
First step is always locate it. Then we gotta go from there. Alright,
Continue out of the mission area to complete.
there we go. Mm.
The mission's complete. All you need to do now is get out of there. Keep an eye out for nearby enemies. They can try to shoot down the chopper.
The map has been updated.
Who are you? Ah. Are you kidding me? Why are you turned around in your guard tower? So, scared that he's going to slightly move his leg, and that's going to lead
We may have an intruder. Going on alert.
to him like,
This is CP. Understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out.
who's spotting me? Who's watching for suspicious things? Is it you? You motherfucker?
CP, this is Zulu 4. Still no hostiles around here. We're standing down. Over. This is CP, this is Zulu 1. Under attack from an unknown position. Over. This is CP. Understood. Stay alert and smoke out the enemy. Out.
We have what the client wanted. Now you just need to get out of there. Doesn't matter to me how you do it. Call in the chopper, sneak out in the back of a truck. Hell, steal a car and smash right through one of the exits if you feel like it.
If you consider it to be unrealistic that the
Spit it out.
that a legendary mercenary would be, you know, better versed in combatives
CP,
than
this is Zulu 4.
military
Still no
personnel,
hostiles around here. We're standing down.
then
Spit it out.
let me just reveal to you that that Blackwater were the instructors whenever I was going through
Has been updated.
A school, my job training in the Navy. So yeah, and they trained us military police folk in shooting, hitting with sticks, you know, the police baton. They also trained us in how to spray people and get sprayed in the eyes with police grade mace. It's called OC spray.
Spit it out.
I don't know what the hell the OC stands for, but that's what it's called.
A prisoner. You gonna help him?
So, so now, on Monday, yesterday, I'm with my grandfather at the farm. His house, his home. I'm merely staying on his land. I don't know if you know about farms, but like, if you own 1 acre of land, just 1 acre, then there's a chance that you can stay on 1 acre of land and not be able to see the other acre of land, or the other side of the acre of land, and also might not even be able to hear each other no matter how loudly you shout. I can't remember the square footage of an acre, but I want to say it's like 65,000 square feet or something like that. I can't remember. Either way, it is what it is. So, staying on this man's land, you know, it's not like, we're not close. We're actually like a few blocks away from each other. But now, so like I'm in his house and everything, and I'm afraid to leave. I'm afraid to leave because I'm afraid that he's going to slightly move his leg and then begin bleeding. So he's been told all these things. He's been told like you can't, you know, you can't you can't drive for 2 days. You can't lift over 10 pounds for a week. You know, try not to do any karate. You know, he's been told the basics. But he's also been told that he's been told not to sign any legal documents in the next 2 days. So that's fun. But he's also been told, hey, if your crotch starts bleeding again, your crotch, yet again, that is where they stick the catheter, work it all the way through your veins and into your heart with a machine that burns your heart, burns it, causing it to be like scabbed over so that electrical impulses cannot go the wrong direction. That is the sequence of events that occurs during this particular surgery, okay? So, that is what has happened, right? Son of a bitch. Dear God. Like I said, it's all the same fucking button. So this context sensitivity can be a pain in the dick sometimes. So whenever he was bleeding bloody murder and like two, you know, people, two nurses kicked me out of the room and had to like change bloody bandages, and then still later as we were leaving there was fucking blood all over the goddamn place. Like a fucking crime scene? Like, regardless of all of that occurring all at once, you know, all of those events, they have still told this man, if it starts bleeding again, put pressure on it. Put pressure on it, but if it does not stop bleeding, you must call 911. Now, it's hard enough to get this man to do fucking anything. Like, well, not like anything. Like, he's 75 fucking years old and he's continuing to work on the farm like he's a madman. But getting him to ask for help, he's one of those crazy fucking things. What the hell do you call them? Oh yeah, veterans, you know, like myself. And it's not real common for men of the, you know, men of the blue collar to ask for help in the first place. But like, he's also a veteran, he's a stubborn son of a bitch. I get a lot of my stubbornness from him, but also we're a farm family. We're all fucking stubborn and hard-headed, every one of us, and we're all also hard of hearing. It's a fun family. Highly recommend if you have a choice, if you have a chance to join. You know, it's a grand old time, let me tell you. So we're all hard-headed, hard of hearing, and very stubborn, and none of us really like asking for help. We are a joy. We are joyous people to be around. So like, you know, so he's fresh from the surgery, you know, and I'm worried about my grandfather. I'm worried that he's going to slightly fucking move his leg like he did in the hospital, and he's going to start bleeding out of his crotch, and he's going to try to put pressure on it, and he's going to fail, and regardless of his failure to get it to stop bleeding, he's not going to call 911 because it's really, really tough to get him to do so. And I'm you know, scared to leave him. But, and I know that this is terrible. It's a terrible reason. You know, first off, I was like stressed out last night, blah, blah, blah. Who gives a shit about that? You know, the price to pay if this whole operation goes belly up is that my grandfather bleeds to death out of pure stubbornness, which is a very big possibility, right?
The mission's complete. All you need to do now is get out of there.
Dude, where's the last two people though? I got the two people at the other gate. I got everybody out of the refugee camp. This camp is wide the fuck open. Oh, well, there's a guy on 2 feet. That's weird. How did he slip past us? Whatever. Hey, bud.
Lie down.
Where's your last friend that's not lying face down on the ground? Do you know? Because I do to meet him. Any chance you have a friend around here that's not lying face down on the ground? Dear sweet God, what a fucking guess. Holy shit. Did you see that?
Spit it out.
I had no fucking idea that he was right there. That was a sixth sense. I used my fucking shining to do that. That was crazy. Plus, like, stressed out and everything, but also, like, I can't, like, babysit this man all night. Like, I could stay overnight at the farm, but, like, also, where does that lead, you know? There's all these stupid questions that go through your head, like, is this going to be forever? And it's like, well, no, it's not going to be forever, but, you know, like, if he, you know, stops being able to take care of himself now, then that's like a one-way street, and, like, so there's all these, like, things going through my mind and everything, and I want to give credit to myself real quick that I didn't mention any of these things last night. So I didn't dump any of this on your head last night, so I deserve credit for that. So I decide that there's very little that he can do to get himself in trouble while he's unconscious. So after he falls asleep watching TV, are you fucking kidding me? And where is the other soldier that I put in here? Why is that soldier gone? These people don't just fade out of existence. They full on disappear in a very rude manner. That's weird. You're kidding me. Like, he's literally gone. That one guard he's gone now. He's ceased to be. Fucking hell, man. It's gone beyond dry justice. Now the game will fully forget whether or not a person exists. Just whenever it feels like it.
Continue
Where are
out of the
these two
mission area
guys?
to complete the mission.
There we go. Extracted soldier. Extracted agent. Extracted bald soldier. Extracted
Retrieval
dom.
complete.
Extracted dick.
Outstanding
Extracted
job,
Terry.
boss. We'll get on that analysis right away.
Okay. So now we gotta go for the S rank on normal. All other trials are over. And here's the way that we're going to do it. Remember that Bald Soldier and Agent are both going to be okay. Nothing bad is going to happen to them if we leave them on base. They are in disguise. In fact, the Bald Soldier is not even on our side. He doesn't like us, you know, like he's an enemy. We're extracting him. Well, for two reasons. Because he shows up in Phantom Pain, and because he's, you know, it's whatever. You know, so, it's like you gotta like take him back to base, interrogate him and everything, because he's working against us, you know. And apparently he liked us enough to show up in the Phantom Pain, so it's cool stuff. So I decide that once he is nice and asleep in front of the TV and everything, I decide that's the time to make my escape. So I do. As soon as I can, I do. You know, well, not as soon as I can, but once I really puzzle everything out in my mind and decide that that's the best course of action for now, the best-ish course of action that I can do. And I've discussed this with multiple other people in my family. We're all working together to try to keep this man from bleeding to death out of his crotch, you know. So,
just be sure to take a good look around first. This John, it came through a cutout. I have a feeling the client is the Joint Chiefs of Staff. After all, the chairman has a lot of faith in you after Peace Walker. In other words, the agent you'll be contacting has been ordered by the nation's highest-ranking military officers.
by the way, he's talking about Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker.
Your everyday story, but there's more to it than that. That base doesn't follow American, Cuban, or any other law. Somebody wants themselves a place where they can interrogate POWs as they please without being held to the Geneva Convention. A black site.
More like
Vietnam is
give me
dragging
this
on. The
suggestion.
tide is turned against the U.S. and military is exhausted. The CIA's in the same boat, only they've taken advantage of the situation by trying to build this convenient little safe house on the Cuban coast. But a plan of this insanity would never get rubber stamped by the JCS. An official proposal has been submitted, but it only makes mention of expanding the refugee camps. Something's going on in Cuba's little America, far away from the eyes of Washington. And the truth behind it all should be on that cassette tape.
So, so that's what I decide. I decide that the best-ish course of action here is to go ahead and allow the chips to fall where they may, and hope that he's not going to get himself into that much trouble while he's unconscious. There are 4 other members of my family who are all in on this plan with me.
That's the contact sign. Just make sure you wait until there aren't any other soldiers around.
Get down.
All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security camp. There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
Okay, we're moving and grooving. Ooh, yeah, boys. Boom, give me this.
Speak.
Tape, go.
The agent's tape found its way into his
Here we go,
hands.
here we go, here we
What
go.
was he doing with that tape? care of the tape. In any case, come on home, boss. We'll have the client verify it.
Now remember, nothing bad's gonna happen to the agent. He's been blackmailed to work against us. They're going to kill his family if he does not. So, not rescuing them is what we call not the biggest deal.
Don't underestimate him.
All fire teams, this is CP. We lost the security.
That takes care of the tape. Time to get out of there.
Closest, go check it out.
The surveillance camera. That was close.
Lieutenant, we'll investigate ASAP. Out.
Who the fuck keeps almost seeing me over here? Here we go. Okay, so just gonna get out of here.
Zulu 10, this is CP. Give me a sit rep. Do you copy? Come in. We have a situation. All units on alert.
Come on, boys. We can do this. What in the fuck, dude? I left you alone, dude. I left you alone. I did not shoot you. I did not put you to sleep specifically because I didn't think that you were a threat. And then you threatened me. You fucking threatened me. You put this whole operation in danger.
What the? Huh? What's up?
Fucking kidding me. Come on, boys. We gotta move, we gotta groove, we gotta get the hell out of here.
We lost the security cam.
Let's scoot.
There's no reason for it to be down. Whoever's closest, go check it out.
Come on, come on, come on.
CP, this is Zulu 6. Investigating now. Out.
There's time that will let us win this day. If we move, if we groove, if we scoot, we should be able to make this work. And, well,
Help me!
The prisoner. You gonna help him?
CP, this is Zulu 6. We've arrived on the scene. Checking the area. Over. CP, understood. Check your surroundings.
alright, so I decide that the old man is probably not going to get himself in trouble while he's unconscious. And, you know, while his legs are underneath him, because he's in a chair. And in just a few short hours after I leave the old man, past 9 p.m., my brothers would be there, 2 of my brothers, to in the morning. And so that's what was going to happen next. So I didn't I was just doing my best, you know.
Please select a landing zone.
And then in the afternoon, my uncle was going to come set that
Headed your way
plan.
now.
So
What them are you?
So that was the executive decision that I made and everything. So this day, today, was more of the same. You know, I went around and did all my chores and everything, and then once all my chores was done, I decided instead of working out, instead of working on myself, instead of working on my cabin or anything like that, I'm gonna scoot. I'm gonna head out there and see how things are with my grandfather and how things are with my uncle. My uncle recently, he broke his back, head, and ribs, not too overly long ago, a few months ago. And then they just broke another rib, not, you know, like within like a week ago or something. So I gotta check on them both. But you know, it's fun. I like my family for the most part. You know, we're all having fun, laughing, telling stories, telling jokes, figuring stuff out. You know, catching up on old times. So the day was pretty good, and overall it was a good day. But those are the, you know, those are the things that are on my mind, you know. So today, I decide I make an excuse. I throw a bunch of stuff into a bag. I throw a bunch of clothes into a bag, and I make the excuse that I'm, you know, oh, I'm just washing clothes, you know. But really, I'm like looking after my grandfather, making sure that he doesn't slightly move his leg and bleed to death from his crotch. Not a good thing. See, it's very important that he's going to bleed to death from his crotch. If he...
Retrieval complete.
Ooh, look at that.
Could have gone any better. That's why you're the man in charge.
So it's very important that he's going to bleed to death from his crotch, because if he can't put enough pressure on it to stop the blood, then somebody else has to put pressure on it to stop the blood. And so nobody in his family is going to want him to start bleeding from his crotch and have to try and stop the blood, you know what I mean? So, of course, you know, so today I make my excuses to stay there as long as possible, and we watch As Good As It Gets, which was a very lovely movie. It has lots of twists and turns that you never know, like, what kind of movie it even is, but it still stays very lighthearted. But after 9 o'clock, you know, I've got no more excuses, so I go. And my uncle has also made the executive decision that he doesn't need to spend the night either, that everything's is okay, and I expressed my, you know, worries to him as well in person. No ending to this. It's just me venting and dumping on you and all this kind of stuff. So, thanks for listening. Not that you had a choice, because you, the viewer, you can turn off this audio and do anything else. But me, well, I had a choice too, but this microphone, recording this conversation, and the technology behind it, it did not have a choice. So, anyways, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.